world is yours, nigga. Every day's a win, nigga. Even when you lose, it's a lesson, eh?
Right. On today's episode of Brahamid Speaks, we have the season finale. Woo! Season 1, man. 10 episodes. We got it down, man. But today's topic, we are talking about, should men stay a playboy or build a life? All right. Brother Brahamid, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. 10 episodes, man. I'm doing great. I feel good about this.
You feel me? So we're going to get on into it, man. At some point, every man has to make a decision. You can chase women, chase moments, chase pleasure, or you can build something real. Because you can't live like a playboy forever and expect a stable life. So today, we talking about it. Staying a playboy or building a life. This is Brahamid Speaks, Game Passed Down, Season 1. Let's get into it. All right, Brother Brahamid. So let's be real. Every man has to choose at some point, right?
Oh, yeah. You're going to have to choose. In everything we do, we have to choose. That's why I always say you're going to settle.
You care to elaborate on that?
No, I thought you would. So I always see if you have more to add on. So, you know,
Okay.
But yeah, I got it. Okay. You have to choose because there will come a time. Been saying this forever. There will come a time, right? For everyone. You don't know when. You don't know how. Because we don't practice and we don't go seeking. So, should you be a playboy? Yes, there come a time where you should be able to have fun in this life that you're given. But two, you're going to have to settle down also. You're going to have to settle. It's like, I'm sorry. If you want something meaningful, if you want the family dynamic, the community to survive, we have to come together at some point. But should you not go out and have a little bit of fun? Yeah, you're supposed to enjoy it, but two, be careful, because then you may not know how to let it go. And it happened to me. It happened to where I couldn't let it go. So like I've said throughout, I always cheated, or I always knew that if something pops off, well, let me rephrase that. I always cheated. So, I mean, but the way I cheated was fair. Okay? So, because if I had a wife or I have a girlfriend, right? I would never take on another girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? I would only get that one smash in and I'm on to the next. So I thought it was fair. And I always had a thing too. I used to say that when I'm sleeping with someone, I always had a barrier. So technically, only technically, I really didn't sleep with them. Because the condom was the thing that covered, was the barrier between me and her vagina, her insides.
I feel that.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna get back, because I've been saying this forever. There's nothing that I've not said. My mom used to laugh at me. That's how, I was young, in my 20s, when I've been saying this. And I still feel that way to this day. Because if I have a girlfriend or I have a wife, I don't take on another girlfriend that's gonna take away my time with my girlfriend or my wife, right? So I'm what you would call a good cheater, So, but anyway, I'm off of that. Yes, you're gonna need to kind of enjoy your youth. Man, I'm talking to the men. You're gonna need to enjoy your youth and see how many and how good you are with women, around women, so that when you do meet your wife, you do meet that girl that you think gonna be your wife, you're gonna know how to treat her and what to do and what not to say, because then you have to go through some experience. This is for the men. I'm a man, so I'm talking about for the men. This is for men only. Women, don't try this, because you can't. So men, yes, you got to go out there and have a little bit of fun, but be careful, because you could get trapped.
So you can't do both forever?
No, you can't do both forever. You got to choose, because you're going to get older. You need something more meaningful. A relationship is meaningful. Having a wife is meaningful. Having settling down, it's meaningful. And I can only say that because I have been married. It's a good thing, because you want somebody that you could build with, somebody that you could create some history with. That one person. You don't want to be bouncing around, I told you, from job to job, from apartment to apartment, from house to house, from woman to woman. Oh man, even for the guys, eventually too, guys, your shit run out. Your strength run out, my friend. You're all you used to have. Like for me right now, I've got caught up into being comfortable. I'm comfortable in the way I am now. I'm not running around chasing women anymore like that. I've completely calmed down, right? Because I knew it was going to come a time. So that means that I was supposed to have been with a woman right now, right? Settling down. Settle down. Kids are still growing. I'm supposed to be calm. And I am calm, is what I'm saying. I'm calm now. I'm where I'm supposed to be, but with no woman. So I'm already doing it anyway. So why not be with a woman? You're going to have to settle down. And you need to find somebody you can go through your old age with. You're going to have to push pause. Yeah. Yeah.
So eventually that lifestyle catches up to you.
Yeah, the lifestyle of a playboy is going to catch up to you, right? And the lifestyle of being single is also going to catch up to you. You really can't win, right? So it's a choice that every man is going to have to make. Every man is going to have to pick. You're going to have to pick a lifestyle that you want. They're both going to cost you, but one is going to cost you way more. You know, and that is if you continue on thinking that you can do that, you spend a little bit more. Again, this is why I tell you, you have to already have a frugal mindset. If you're going to be going through being a playboy, you're going to have a frugal mindset. You can't think that there's no 5 stars restaurant for these women. There's no extras then. It's fun. It's a whole bunch you could do. I can talk about that in season 2 on what needs to be done to keep them happy. You know what I mean? Women happy with less. You don't need a lot, right? You don't need a whole lot. I'm just here to tell you, you don't need a whole lot like most people think. Don't let them try to push you into making you make decisions that you didn't sign up for. That's the problem. We let them make decisions that you didn't sign up for. You had your shit already done, and here they come in and changing it for you, man. And that's where you lose. I keep telling you, can't let them put their claw in you. Because once they put their claw in you, after they cut you up, then they want a ball. One of the balls, you know what I'm saying? Then they take that, and then they finally know that they got you now because you already gave up one of your balls. Yeah. So now you're about to give up your other one. So no, you have to choose the world. One is going to take a little something from you, and the other one is going to take another little something from you. Being a playboy going to take the majority of your money because y'all going to be one to impress, impressing these women. And the other one is also going to take your money because this is your girl. You're going to have your girl, your woman, your wife, whichever you call her. She gets a whole bunch of names. And then you're going to have your kids. And then you're going to have your legacy with that, right? You're going to have something to pass down. You're going to pass down what you learn, your teachings, your attitude to your kids. You know what I mean? So, or you can just be out there just blowing in the wind. And it's not good just to be blowing in the wind with all this memory all the time about how great it was. You know what I mean? It's not good for certain people who can't understand that, hey, that's the life you chose and you have accepted it. Most people are going to go down and be like, man, damn, man, I could have had this. I could have had that. I should have done this. No. If that's the life you choose it and be okay with that. I'm okay with it, right? I'm okay. We are going to live in the shoulda, coulda, woulda, regardless if we did it the right way or did it the wrong way. But there is really no right or wrong way. But we must try our best to settle down. We have to settle down. You can't keep on thinking you could just be out there trying to sleep with the world. You know, you're going to have to pick one.
What is the Playboy lifestyle really about?
The Playboy lifestyle comes because your peers are also in that same age group, in your same age group. So we follow what we see or what our friends like. Whatever our friends is doing is what we want to do. If we see somebody getting all the girls, we want all the girls,
Mhm.
right? If we see somebody selling drugs and balling, we may want to sell drugs and ball. If we see somebody playing basketball and one or two make it to the NBA or wherever, you know, made some money off of it, we're gonna aspire to be that. So it's the same with being a playboy, somebody who wants a lot of women. It just feels good. It makes you feel good that you finally learn something about women, right? That you're able to capture their imagination and make them feel so comfortable that they would give themselves to you. You understand what I mean? It's just we always want to feel good about something, that we can accomplish certain things. Not gonna happen to a lot of guys because again, they're just too shy. Men are just way too shy. This man too was also way too shy, and it took some work to come out of that shyness and that fear and that intimidation, as y'all so like to say. And it takes so much out of you that it can drain you. It can drain you for the day, you know, and you'll again go and hide again. And so most of the young men are, again, nobody's talking to them. Nobody is talking to these young men about what to look for in anything, not even just women, just in anything in fucking general. I know this because I see them, I know them. They're my nephews, they're my sons, they're my friends. I see them at work, which I mean my friends. I don't have them like friends, like homies like that. No, I'm talking about people at work, young men at work. From the conversation I have with them, I can tell that even though they look tough, they weak as hell. I'd be like, bro, I can tell already, you know. Prime example, this girl come and sit right, she didn't come sit in front of me because she knew I looked like a wolf. So she wasn't going to sit by me. She already knew I was going to talk to her. So because he's younger than I am, she went and sat by him, and this dude said not a word to her. Nothing. And I could see his antlers shaking in fear. He was so scared, and I'm like, bro, say something, say something. I'm telling him, at least say hello. He said nothing to her. But now after we got up and walked away and went back to her post, man, I should have talked to her, huh? I said, no, your antlers are still trembling right now. You shouldn't have, because you wouldn't have been able to handle it. Oh, bitch ass nigga. Scared of a girl. You know what I'm saying? You scared of a fucking girl. My nigga, she's just a girl. She won't stab you, I promise you that. So I just don't get it. So you have to get out there and again, be fearless. The moments are only going to cross you right then and there. If you don't action. If you don't take action, you missed an opportunity. And this is where we go wrong, because I don't think anybody is really in their right mind right now. You know what I mean? Because he was hanging, his head was hanging down. He looked up and his head hung down to his phone. And I guess he wasn't interested. But anyway, I'm just going to always rant and rave every now and again.
So basically it's fun, but it's not building anything.
It's building a skill. It is building a skill that you're going to be able, the skill that you're going to get is that you're not afraid to have a conversation, right? To have a conversation with the opposite sex, right? It builds that skill where you're in you're comfortable doing it. You're not awkward talking to the opposite sex. It's the weirdest thing ever that I've ever experienced, and the weirdest thing that I see to this day. I see fear in another human being because of another human being, but the other one just so happened to be a woman, the opposite sex. And it just, I shake my head every time, and I'm like, wow, this has actually happened, that this young man, which was me, is not going to say anything, or not even aware today. They're not even aware. They don't care. They look like they don't care. They look like whatever. So it's just weird to me.
So you feel like they're moving but not progressing?
They're progressing. I mean, you're progressing, but we need the opposite. We need each other. is what I'm saying. We need each other, and that interaction is dead. It's dead. Because again, the phone comes and take over a little bit of your attention, and it takes over a little of your distraction. So it's taking over two things all at once: attention and distraction. Because now you're distracted, but you're not even paying attention to anything, and you're not there. You're really not there. You're lost somewhere inside that phone. And because maybe you don't want to talk to nobody. I get that. Maybe you don't. But sometimes we need to be shaken up a little bit, right? And through conversation is where you can get shaken up a little bit by just bouncing off energy off of each other. But now there's no energy being bounced off. It's like they don't even care. They don't even care to look up. They don't care to look up and smile. They don't care to look up and say hello. They don't care to do anything but look down and stay looking down, and in that comfort of just looking down, and the world could be coming to an end and they won't even know because they were looking down.
So what does that lifestyle cost a man long term as far as being a playboy?
As far as being, it's gonna cost him because he's gonna get spoiled. If he do succeed at it, he's gonna become spoiled, and I mean very spoiled. Because we get cocky once we learn something and we're good at it. You get a little cockiness is gonna stick his head out. Me playing basketball, I got good at it, so I was hella cocky. Like I knew I was gonna always win, right? I knew that I might lose this game, but the next one you ain't winning because I already found out what I'm gonna need to do. In this stage, as far as having a lot of women or liking a lot of women, dating a lot of women. Remember, dating too don't mean that you're sleeping with them now. Remember that. That's what I'm saying. You're gaining skills. You're gonna gain skills on how to act in a restaurant, how to act when she has an attitude. So when your wife, when you do get married, and she snapped, you can not have to say anything. You could just look at her like, okay, use those words right there. Okay. You don't have to curse and yell and all that shit. You can just use okay. And it'll teach you how to be calm after a while, because you're going to start to see that it could be a whole bunch of things that have pissed this woman off. And a whole bunch of things too that can make her happy, that you're going to have to keep doing to make her happy. So one minute it can teach you something, and in the next minute it can just ruin everything, because we just tend to get a little cocky once we learn something and we find out that we are good at it. So it's a double-edged sword almost. You're not going to want to let it go. You're not going to, once you start doing it, but you will eventually. The age is going to kick in, and a girl will present herself, and she's going to be the one that you are going to choose.
So do you feel like you lose time, focus, and direction doing that?
Yeah, you're losing time, focus, and direction. Yeah, doing that. But again, it's a part of the equation, right? They're in your face when you go to school.
Yeah.
Right? So
you can't avoid them.
You can't avoid a woman. They're in your face when you go to work. Right? You're gonna like something in the daytime if you're constantly seeing the opposite sex. If you're a heterosexual man, only for the heterosexual people. So you're gonna like something because they're in the equation. They're out and about. They're on the bus. They're on a plane. They're somewhere. You will run into them at some point. But now we only run into some of the prettiest women online. We scroll and we go to their IG page and we can see them in all their little outfits, and you never get to see this girl face to face. And so you kind of lose faith. Well, I do. I've lost faith in humanity, that we live off of a phone and fantasize off somebody that we see on a screen, and they can lie to you and tell you, because now they have this AI that can make this broad look super fine.
Yeah. And
not
real.
just fine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the connection right there, again, I have to go back to that. So when you do find that girl, you're going to have to lock in. You're going to have to, that's what I say, you got to, if you do, you got to lock in, because it's not, the world don't seem real anymore to a lot of people. I hear it a lot, but I'm here to tell you, it is real though. Don't believe all that bullshit. It's real. It's as real as it'll get. It's when you pick up the phone, then it don't seem real.
Digital.
Yeah. So no, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you to stay being that playboy, that womanizer or whatever. It's gonna cost you in the long run, I think, more than settling down. You know, so you're gonna have to choose though. And it's up to you. Pick one though. Really, you gotta pick one and still live okay with that. Pick one and live okay with that. But always remember to have your money, no matter which one you pick. Make sure that you still stay frugal. You don't have to overexpand.
So you gain experiences but lose structure.
You gain experience. You can lose structure, but my focus is always for you to be able to always remember, no matter what, throughout human history, no matter what, if a man could get his foundation together, the road ahead, whether he is single, womanizing, or have a wife, kids, or whatever, if his money is right, he's gonna still feel comfortable and confident to live in this world. It's when you're broke. When you're broke is what I'm saying. You have nothing to come up off of.
Yeah.
Nothing. I'm talking about when you're 25, I get it. I kind of get it, right? But when you like 35 and you start hitting 45s and the 55s,
Gotta have a little something.
that's when you gotta have something. Is all I'm saying. So it can cost you, whether you're with a woman or not. That's the bottom line. Whichever road you choose to go down, the single road, you need money. You need the same substantial amount of money, plus more though, if you're gonna take on a woman and kids. Kids, again, I mean 2 or more. I mean, yeah, 2 or more. So you still gonna need money. You're gonna need to have something to kind of buffer you along this life. And the years are coming, my friend. The years are coming for you. Only if you live long enough. But only if. So remember, it doesn't matter which road you take. Make sure you have some money.
So what does it actually mean to build a life?
Well, it starts. Okay, I'm gonna take the parents out of it this time. Okay, you're out there, right? Decisions, great decisions are gonna have to be made. Some smart decisions early. The earlier you can pick up on it, you missed it at 20. Let's say you didn't get it at 20, right? And 21 passed you by. And 22, and 23, 24, 25, right? And you still ain't picked up on it. You still have time, right? You still have time to get this thing on the ball. You got to get it on the ball somehow. You can't blame your parents anymore. I'm not saying always to blame the parents, right? That's why I say by 25, I'm putting you out. You out of here. So you can't blame me because I've set you up, I think, as nice as I could, right? Let's just say we went down the road with the way I would do things, and you followed until you were 25, and you get out there on your own and you start to do your thing. Now, if you go and start to not do some of the things and start to fall backwards, start to take your savings to go buy and lavish stuff because you're trying to impress somebody or yourself, and you're starting to retreat from what you had, from who you were, from what you have learned. You starting to not do anything you learned. None of the money, all the money you had, you start to squander it, right? You losing your house now. You losing your car. You going in, you going backwards. You see what I'm saying? You're going backwards. Now, what do? Right? How are you going to rebuild yourself from that? That's why it's so hard when you don't keep it. You got to keep it going. Because starting over again, my friend, is one of the hardest things human beings have to do. And that's why they never most likely start again. You stay stuck. Your mind is stuck. Your body is stuck. Your heart is stuck. Your lungs is stuck. Everything is stuck. And you're never going to get out of it. Most people never get out of it because they don't have the strength to do so. Can they? Yes. But most folks won't. And what I'm saying, it's going to cost you. So you have to choose wisely along the way. So to build, you're going to have to start to put some aside. You're going to have to start to work some extra hours. You're going to have to start to not touch it. You're gonna have to start to not buy anything lavish right now. You're broke. Remember, you're building, so you have to. Your mind have to be sharp all the way through. You can't jump in no fucking schemes that any of your homeboys or anybody come at you right now. You got to completely investigate that before you give your money out. You have to kind of really be like on your shit. Hard to do is what I'm saying. It's hard to do because so many shit is coming at you. Hey man, I got this idea, and you can make this amount of money. You could invest in Bitcoin. You could do this. It's always something that comes up where they want you to give up your hard-earned money, right? Hey man, I got this great investment, bro. Come on in. You know, so no, you have to stay the course. You stay the course, you be fine. I'm telling you, you got to stay your course though. Not the course that somebody's trying to draw you into. It's trying to sell you. So it's going to cost you if you don't make good decisions.
So building a life requires sacrifice.
Oh yeah, your whole life is a sacrifice. Your whole life is going to be a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because remember, you have to take care of oneself.
Yeah.
That's the first sacrifice. It's taking care of your own self. The shit that you need, this is the shit how you think, and if you're going to change it. But most people don't love themselves that much to sacrifice for themselves. So they won't put in the extra hours. They won't do the push-ups. They won't do the pull-ups. They won't eat the right food. They won't do shit. Motherfuckers don't give a fuck about their own self. They don't care about themselves. They could be in decline and the doctor could tell them shit not to do that. What the fuck do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna do it. You're not supposed to eat that sweet, ma'am, sir. What do you think that nigga gonna do? Even if he can't get it, he'll get it. Because somebody in his family is gonna bring it for him or her. Somebody will, to kind of undermine whatever the other one is doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we just most likely won't do it. But if you do, the reward is going to be great for you. If you do start to do those push-ups, start to put some money aside. Untouched money. Untouched. This ain't for you. It's not for you. That $60 that you put up this week out of that check, this week is for that 60-year-old cat. Think about him or her. Bro, you gotta think about him. Just in case. Just in case you live to see 60. What if you do? Now you're gonna have nothing and you're gonna have to start from scratch? Not likely. No 60-year-old have the mind capacity to start over. It's hard. That's why you have so much homelessness.
So you can't have everything. You have to choose.
You better choose. You can't have everything. Oh, how we wish we could have everything. You can't. You one little fucking fool. You one little idiot that's on this earth right now. You one square, okay? You just one being. You just one person. You don't have the capacity to get everything you want. Well, you wouldn't even be able to get everything you want. Even if you could get everything you want. And you wouldn't want all of that. Because if you did, you would already have it, right? So people don't want to tell you they don't love themselves as much as they think they do. That we just don't. We don't love ourselves as much as we think we do. We just also to just get the basics. That's what make human beings so basic. Because we give our own self basic. We're not willing to do and go through the sacrifice. We like the little simple motion. We don't want none extras on our plate. We got a lot on our plate that we ain't even taking care of. You think we want to add more shit on our plate? No. We like it simple. And it's always been that way.
I feel that, man. Where do women fit into this decision?
Women fit into the decision when she chooses, whoever she's going to choose. Right? She has to choose. So she's going to fit in after you do your work. Now she's going to do her work. Right? She do her work after you already done your work.
Okay.
Because she's going to choose. She's going to choose you. Are you making the right choice too, though? After she chooses you too. But she is going to choose you. She's going to let you know that, yes, I am the one that you should settle down with. And the time will come where you're going to say too, yeah, I think this is the one. I think, okay, I've had enough fun That was me. I had enough fun. I knew that the skills will never go away after that. I'd had enough fun. I had a little push too. Of course, I needed a push. Her grandmother gave me a little push, and I made the fucking decision. Because all my friends, all my peers was getting married. I told you, we do what our peers do. All my boys, my homies was getting married. And it was around that time, in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Where you starting to be like, okay, man, it's time to, you see your friends do it, you do it. They got married, I want to get married. It's just the way it is, because you ain't going to have your boys no more like that. Unless you married, because you're going to be fucking up their shit.
Yeah.
I did it to a couple of homeboys, right? That I was still the last single one. So me trying to hang with them is not good, because the wife, his wife, all their wives looked at me like, why is he still around? We know his story. We know all the story about Ryan, you know, about Brahamid. We know all his fucking exploits. He's the only nigga we know that be traveling all over the place. So he don't just get it locally. He was internationally known. I could have been coffee too, you feel me? But yeah, you can have to choose.
So, do you build first or chase first?
No, you're building and chasing, right? Again, this is where the frugal guy come in, is what I'm trying to tell you. You're having fun, but you're not blowing your shit, is what I'm saying. And something is being put aside. There should be calculation for your dates, calculation for your savings, calculation for your investment. But like I said, investment, people, when you say investment to regular people, a fair case in. Anyway, so there should be a partition of where your money is going for everything, right? To build mean you're starting on your money you have thrown aside for later. You're not gonna squander. And again, you don't want to squander it all on her. You don't know her that well. Are you ready to be married already? That's when you're gonna spend all the money. Okay, let me tell you right now. Your wife is gonna be the one that it's okay for you to spend all your money on her. Not all. I'm just saying.
Take you for half anyway.
No. I'm just saying she's the one that you're supposed to be squandering a little extras on from time to time, right? That's how it should be. You heard what I just said? Squander a little bit on her from time to time, because you're still supposed to be staying the course. You don't bend for nobody. So what? She's your wife. You don't bend for her. You still do, and you still do what you've been doing. Paying what was required of you. Doing what was required of you, and that's that. You see what I'm saying? So you just got to stay the course.
So if you chase first, you delay everything else?
It comes with the territory. It's not that you're going to just automatically be like, I'm just gonna chase, right? But it comes with, again, it comes with the territory. They're in your face all the damn time. You're a young man. You're virile. You're bouncing off the fucking wall. You're waking up with a fucking wood. You feel me? You feel me? It's like you want it. You want it. You don't even know that you know you want it, because you wake up, you rise every morning. Extra, you rise every morning. You be like, what the fuck? You go in the bathroom and you take showers and your shit just get fucking hard, right? You excited. This is at your most exciting. So when you see a fine girl, you're excited. They call you to the front of the class. It happened to me. I got called in front of the class with a hard on. And I was ashamed of my shit at one point. But then after a while, I was like, man, fuck this. I can't help it. I couldn't help it. I was at attention for every little thing. So I decided to just embrace it.
Yeah.
Right? I started to just embrace my manhood. And it's just the way that it should be. Because it was happening to me. I didn't know how to control it. And finally I was like, fuck that shit. Nigga, this is natural. And then I would get there. Oh, you see, he's kind of, what, is he okay? Are you all right? They would ask me, I'm all right. Like, yeah, I'm just fine. I'm standing up like, I'm fine. Because I'm coming for you. You see what I mean? Because we're excited at that time. So it's going to happen whether you like it or not. You're in your adolescent.
Yeah. And
you're excited about life. You're excited about girls. These are the most heightened energy towards women that you're going to have. So it's going to happen naturally anyway. It happens naturally. We cheat way more, I think, when we're younger, because we're having girlfriends after girlfriends. And we want her like 4 or 5 times a day.
Damn, so.
You know what I'm saying? So that's That's when you could do it. That's when you could do that. Yeah, that's when you could do that. But as time go by, all that shit starts to drift back a little bit. It ain't as much, and then you add kids, and then other life start kicking in. Oh no, it's not gonna be like it has to be planned after that. So enjoy it when you're younger, and you will. It's not up to you anyway. It was up to God. He made you young for a reason, for a little while, and then He gonna age you too. It's that guy I'm most worried about. I'm not worried about the young guy too much, right? But he still need to prepare for the older guy, because he gonna be wild in his 20s. He just is. He just is. Nothing's not that they giving him something that he don't even mean to do it. He don't necessarily mean to do it. It's just that that's what is in front of him. He liked the opposite sex.
So why do you think so many men stay in that Playboy phase too long?
Because again, you hear the word, right? Boy, it's a boy in there.
Yeah.
So it's a playboy. He's always going to be a boy. That's why he liked the boyish part about it. To be able to, you feel kind of sneaky that you're having so much fun. You're playing, and you're playing. You're playing too. We're not supposed to be playing anymore. We're supposed to be men now. You got to put it aside. You're going to have to one day put it aside and make an attempt then to not be a playboy. This is where control is going to come in, right? This is where you're going to have to try to see if you can control your urges and just deal with this one girl, right? So the problem happened where now you're dealing with just one girl, and this girl is playing game with you. This woman, this wife is playing games with you, and she don't want to give you none now. So this is where it gets all fucked up, right? And the man is like, man, what the fuck did I get myself into? I thought I was going to be up in this all day, all night. No, my friends. You can't think that you can hump on her all day, all night. She got shit to do. She got shit that happens to her every month. So you're going to have to see if you can restrain yourself. But you're a hound. That's why I say you should wait till you build to fully settle down with an in-house. You don't want to settle down with an in-house in your 20s, my niggas. Because she's going to have a hard time having to deal with you. Because you're going to want to fucking hunch on her all the time. So that's why you got to get it out the way. By the time you're 30, then you need to be finding this girl, right? Because by now, you 30 years in of just hunching, and this is where you start to be like, okay, it's going to become where it's going to be boring as hell, and you're going to be like, man, is this it for me? I ain't got no kids, I don't have a main girl, I'm just sleeping around. And another thing, you're going to start to smell like a whore, right? You're gonna start smelling. Yeah, I'm just telling you, you're gonna start smelling like a man whore. You're gonna start smelling like, because you're spreading around too much. You're starting to spread. It happens to women all the time because their vagina bleeds and shit. Well, you know the shit with them. So they have to take extra care with their shit. So do we have to take care of our shit too? Because you start to get that scent from all these women, and you're gonna start to find out you got to be careful what you wish for now. Because remember, you're dealing with a whole 3, 4, 5 different mindset, and you could be harmed by this. You got to think about all of that. You might have met a psycho that wasn't a psycho until she met you. And that's why I said, the reason why I said what I said early on about I'm one of the good cheaters is that I told you I only needed a taste. I just like to get a taste, and then I'm out. I don't need 2 times, 2 maybe, but I just need a taste. I'm like the ice cream. What was the name of the ice cream place? 31 flavors.
Yeah, Baskin Robbins.
Yeah, Baskin Robbins. I was like that. I just needed a taste, and then I'm out because I got my girl. I don't need to keep on messing with you. Don't call me no more. I got a girl. Right? I used to say that a lot. Don't call me no more. Or I wouldn't call. Ghosting. Ghost. I was Casper Dalton.
So is it comfort or lack of direction?
You're not going to have the right direction. Again, you're going to have to be finding yourself. Remember, you're going to have to always be looking at your actions, what you're doing out there. You're going to have to be looking that, okay, how long can I sustain this? How long can I keep this up, right? So your lack of direction is, yeah, you're gonna have a lack of direction at first, right? But you're gonna fall into getting married because, again, everybody's gonna be doing it, and your body is gonna, our mind, the way that the human is made up. Again, I can only speak of this, folks, because I've seen it, and I'm trying to tell you, I've lived it. Okay, so again, what happened is somebody in the family around your age is going to get married, right? And then two, you're losing friends. Again, that's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. You're losing friends. If that was your best friend and your best friend got married and you're not married, you might have to not be that friend no more for a minute. It's only fair too to them that you're not married. I tell you, I got some friends in trouble. So you're not going to be on the right direction, but look for the right direction, and the right direction will fucking follow in suit. Everything falls into its place as we aging. In your 30s, certain things is going to happen where you are going to want to cut that out, slow it down, whatever, and then eventually you're going to want to settle down. Your body, your mind, your heart, everything, like I said, is going to want to just settle down because your friends too are doing it.
So they don't decide, they just stay in it?
Decide to
settle down?
To say, oh yeah, it's fun. It becomes too much fun. You're talking about being a
Playboy?
A Playboy? Oh, it becomes too much fun. Especially if you pick up the majority of the skills, it becomes too much fun to give up. You don't want to give it up, because what's going to happen your first year of marriage, you're going to still be that boy a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to take time in the marriage to kind of slowly let the boy go, so the man can present himself. A man is a man who has made a decision, and he's going to make sure that whatever decision he had made, that he's going to adhere to it. He said he would be her husband, her man, her protector, all of the above, and that's what he need to be. He need to leave all that other shit alone. If he wants something out of life, then. If you think that you're going to cheat and she's not going to get mad at you, any race, anybody, they just don't like that. They just don't like it, right? And I mean the type of cheating I'm talking about. Not the type of cheating I do. I'm talking about the type of cheating motherfuckers do. They disrespect their women. They just lawless with it then. You know what I'm saying? That type. Them niggas get another woman pregnant. And that's why you shouldn't be doing it, because there's so much that could happen. There's so much. You could bring home a disease. You have to make a solid decision, okay? You're going to be single or you're going to be in a relationship. And both of them are going to cost you, but one is going to cost you more if you're not too careful.
So if a man's life isn't where he wants it to be, is it safe to say he stayed in that phase too long?
Oh, yeah. He stayed in that phase, and again, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing where a good percentage of people stay in that same lifestyle because it's hard to get out. That's the damn problem, man. That's the fucking problem. It's hard to get your own self out. And most of the time, the majority of the time, there's no one there to pull you out. There's no one really there that's going to pull you out. They'll give you advice. They'll shoot advice to you. You'll say, yeah. But they know, too, you're going to keep doing the same shit. They know that you're not going to go look for a job. They know that you're going to, you want everything easy. People already know after a certain age that a young man or a young woman reach that's it. They're not going to go any higher than that. They're not going to go any further than that. Again, and that's the reason why I say we only kind of love ourselves. We don't really love ourselves. We kind of love ourselves. Yeah, it's okay, whatever. But I'm okay. I'm alive. I woke up. I'm alive, so I'm good. That's enough for me. Right? That's how most people go through life.
So you can't live like a playboy and expect to build his life.
No, you're not going to build anything, because the building block is not just sleeping around with women. That's only going to be memory, right? That's only going to be memory for who? For just you, right? You didn't teach nobody anything. That's your kids. You didn't spend time with anybody. That's your kids and your wife, right? You didn't show somebody. You're supposed to leave yourself behind. What that means is have kids. You're supposed to leave yourself behind, and the person you're leaving behind should have your thought process, the good side of you, right? You got to leave the good side of you and how to cope in this world. Teach them how to cope, because one day you won't be here too, and you're gonna have to leave them here all by themselves. And at least you have taught them how to cope with this world, and to know that it's okay, because you too will meet me in heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So remember that. And it's a road you just don't want to stay on. You got to get off that one and at least try to see if you could build legacy and wealth for your kids, and so they could do the same thing for their kids. I'm an advocate to get the family back together, and it's only going to start if both of us come together and learn to be with each other. And I think we need to start to teach these kids from they're young, not when we're older. Like young, I'm talking about young. How to treat each other from then. Okay. And that's the only way.
Okay. This would be the final question. So at the end of the day, what should a man choose?
A man should choose, he's gonna first choose his freedom. Right? He's going to choose his freedom. That's what I want you to choose first. Choose your freedom and enjoy that. Enjoy it. But if you want a woman, it's going to come to an end, right? If you want kids, it comes to an end. But first, choose your freedom. And then when they are grown, you get your freedom back. But if you're going to have kids, people, don't have them until after you have chosen your freedom. And have fun. That's what I mean. Have fun while you're doing that. Because if you do decide to settle down to go on the other road, on the other side of town, right? One side is for the playboys of town. You know those sides, they existed back in them days, and still to this day. One side was for the playboys, where you could have fun, go to the club, live that wild lifestyle. And then the other side is for the square, the ones that they would call square, that got married, have kids. But it's best if we could have children and raise them right. On that side, I'm advocating for the side of marriage and kids, but a decent enough relationship with each other, not one where we're bickering all the time and bitching all the time and upset all the time and want to shoot each other or kill each other or whatever. No, we're trying to find a way that we could be peaceful. I'm trying to teach you guys a way where you have to learn to buffer each other, so the anger doesn't come out so easily. It's because we don't have anything. You never worked on yourself really to be able to get with somebody who have worked on herself. So both of you are coming in sound. Everybody coming in fucked up. So what do you think the results is going to be? If he's tainted and you're tainted, what do you think the result is going to be? You're going to have a tainted family dynamics. Your kids are going to be tainted by this. You yelling and screaming and cursing and calling each other's name all the fucking time. Late all the time. Don't want to go. Looking sloppy when you take them to school. You're not working out. You're not trying to build nothing. What do you think is going to happen? Nothing good comes from turmoil, but more turmoil. So I want us to fix ourselves. Fix ourselves meaning everybody know their part and just play it.
I feel that. All right, you guys. Is there anything else you want to let the people know for the finale?
And there's always something else I want to tell these motherfuckers. I know y'all not going to really be listening to what I say, because like I've always said, we talk. That's why they have talk shows. That's why they call it talk show, because we just talk, right? I had talked for so long that I got sick of talking, and that's what I'm telling you. I have done what I'm saying. I've had to put myself out there and really get myself going. I made sure that I, again, tried to do everything in time, because I knew I needed to make it work, where I did everything at a certain time. but consistently every week, every time, same time, because you need that shit to be ticking to really get it going. There's no other way, people. There's no other way. Sometimes, even when you're tired, you do it. I would get at the bottom of the steps with all that groceries and be pissed off that I live up there, and I'd be like, well, bro, you still got to do it. So I drug those stuff up there, and when I got up there, I had to work out. That was my day. I tried to get everything done, right? And I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm like, bro, you just got to do it. You said you're gonna do it, so you got to do it. And I looked in the mirror, and I just went to the weights, and I started working out. And the workout turned into me not wanting to do it into an hour. And then after I finished working out, I had to cook, but I didn't want to fucking cook. But I needed my meal. So I had to go in there and cook. And after I cook, I didn't want to go in there. You see what I'm saying? It's like shit I didn't want to do, but I had to do it. And I kept doing it. And it became easier and easier. And the wheels were turning. And the wheel, and again, everybody can see it. When that wheel is turning, they can feel your energy that this motherfucker is on his shit, all of his shit. So then it just kept going, and it felt good, and I didn't have to think about it. So you're just gonna have to. It's work. It's just work, people. Life is work. If you want good, if you want to look a certain way, if you want to feel a certain way, it's going to take you putting in some work for that. If you want money, it's work. So that's what you got to do. Fuck everything else. Just go to work. You tired? Go to work. You want to smoke weed? Still go to work. You want to drink a brew? Still go to work. I'm not saying to do these things. I'm just saying you still got to do it. The day can't be done and you not do it. You still got to do it.
Yeah.
Just get it over with. Stop overthinking it and just jump on in. And you're going to like the results. Promise.
Yeah, I feel that. Well, that's that. All right, guys. Every man has a choice. Short-term pleasure or long-term purpose. You don't get both. You choose. That's Brahamid Speaks, Season 1. If you guys like what you heard this season, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, you guys. Peace. We out.
Yeah. Yeah. The world is yours, nigga. Every day is a win, nigga. Even when you lose, it's a lesson.